and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm inviting you to watch me get dressed. Well, get dressed, that sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Watch me get ready for the day while I fill you in on life and a lot of changes that are going to be happening here on this channel. Before I get started, be warned, I talk a lot. Please don't forget to press the like button and the subscribe button so that you know, can get involved with this family, this crazy family that we're building. Yeah, let's get straight into the video. Don't be alarmed, it's still me, I just don't have makeup on. Yeah, I have a lot of acne scarring. I have just had a breakout because I'm hormonal as hell. I have just everything. I think this is like a power of makeup moment. Like, you're gonna see me before and after. Typical black woman issues. I have darkness around my mouth. I have a lot of issues that I'm gonna sort out right now. I feel like in certain lights my skin looks either better or worse. Like in this monitor my face looks terrible. Anyway, let's just crack straight on because this is gonna be a long video as it is. So I will link everything that I'm using in the description box. This isn't really a makeup video. This is more me wanting to give you a life update and wanting to chat through a bunch of things, and there's so much that I just want to talk about and so much I want to say and share, and I just wanted to do it in the most entertaining way that I could think of. And this is kind of like the standard, isn't it? You know, do a chatty get ready with me. So right now I am getting ready for nothing fancy, to be honest, like just a day of filming. I'm gonna go and film a few videos after this, and then I need to go see my mother and just like normal stuff. I did try and film this like once before and I'm terrible at multitasking, so I spent the whole time being like, I don't know what to say. And the thing is, I thought through like everything that I wanted to say, but like once I was going, I just really struggled to focus. So I've actually made myself like a little list of things that I need to say because there's just so much that I want to share. And the reason why I want to share it is, I guess like at this point with the size of my channel, it's not necessarily that I feel an obligation to share stuff that's going on in life. It's more so that the things that are happening and that the changes that are happening are going to take effect on this channel as well. So don't judge me for using my 3 primers. I actually usually use 2, but I'm trying a 3rd today. So yeah, I just really want to share things with you, and also like the purpose of this channel isn't just to like it isn't just a method of artistic expression and performance. It's also a way for me to document and see, you know, be able to look back in a year's time and see, you know, what I achieved and what I didn't achieve, and, you know, figure my life out basically. Where to start? I guess the first major change is, it's 2019! Welcome to 2019! I know we've already had the whole Happy New Year thing, but I'm still obviously on that hype. Yeah, it feels surreal. You know, there are just certain times in your life where you don't think about the fact that like we will be alive for 2030. How weird is that? You think it seems ages away and then it just pops up. And this is one of those years where I'm like, how the hell, like we are actually, people made jokes about 2020 like years ago. 2020 is next year. People have been making that whole 2020 vision joke. I'll insert it somewhere, like now. People have been making jokes about like 2020 vision for ages, and that's next year. Like, it always just seemed like this surreal, bizarre thing that we would never actually get to. So yeah, it's a bit weird. At the start of every year, I always kind of, I don't necessarily make I don't like the term resolutions. I don't like the term New Year's resolutions because I feel like they come with a lot, not only just a lot of expectations, but a lot of almost baggage and a lot of negativity because nobody ever sticks to them. So I set myself, like I decide on themes for the year. I'm like, this year I'm going to discover this year I'm going to do this, so this is going to be the year of this. And yeah, I let that be my theme for the year. yeah, battery just died, so I just had to change that. So apologies if this looks a little bit different. So this year's theme is, or should I say, this is the year of discovery. This is the year of discovery and exploration. I feel like the Sagittarius in me is coming out this year so bad. Now let me explain. I'm not someone who is majorly into star signs. However, a couple of months ago, I was just like, every now and again, I just randomly, you know, you catch sight of them in the back of a magazine or on Facebook or whatever. So I decided to read mine, and like for the first time in my life that I've ever read one, I was like, oh my word, that describes me to a T. It was so weird. Now on the flip side, I read like my exes and I was like, that's not him at all. But mine was so accurate that I'm gonna read it to you now. Oh, I've got backache. There's another meme. My lower back is killing me. Coming for you with the memes today. Okay, so get this. This is so me, and this just kind of explains my current desires and changes. I swear everything links in this video. There is a theme. It might seem like I'm talking about loads of random stuff, but it makes sense. So, curious and energetic, Sagittarius is one of the biggest travelers among all zodiac signs. Travelers, keyword there. Their open mind and philosophical view motivates them to wander around the world in search of the meaning of life. Sagittarius is extrovert, optimistic and enthusiastic, and likes change. Oh my word, sweet baby Jesus, every word to a T, me so far. Sagittarius born are able to transform their thoughts into concrete actions, and they will do anything to achieve their goals. I'm like, Jesus, are you talking to me right now? Like other fire signs, Sagittarius needs to be constantly in touch with the world to experience as much as possible. Blah blah blah. Their enthusiasm has no bounds, and therefore people born under the Sagittarius sign possess a great sense of humour. I mean, I think I'm hilarious. And an intense curiosity, 100%. Freedom is their greatest treasure, because only then they can freely travel and explore different cultures and philosophies. 100%, every single part of that is me. Every single part of that is me, like to a T. Especially right now, which kind of leads me to my next update, which is obviously, a lot of you will know, but some of you won't know, that I finally have my citizenship. So I was born in Britain, but wasn't legally considered British because my parents weren't British at the time of my birth. They were still African, Tanzanian. So I had to apply to be British, and that cost me over £1,000. It didn't cost me because my friends all rallied together, donated, and I came up with the money that I needed to apply. And I honestly, like kindness breeds kindness. Like attracts like. It. I hate saying this because I don't want to sound like I'm tooting my own horn, but I'm just gonna say it as it is. I 100% believe that, you know, I've always tried to be a friendly person, a nice person, a kind person. I've always tried to, you know, be as good a person as I possibly could, and, you know, help people out, and, you know, like, just be a good person. And then I feel like, as a result, at the time when I needed it the most, people in my life rallied together to make something happen that I felt like was impossible. I will link any videos about that below if you want to check it out. But yeah, so I got my citizenship on the 10th of December. The same day I applied for my passport, and I now own a British passport. This is the first passport I've ever owned. I've never been on a plane, I've never been abroad, I've never been away. So now I think, like, the whole time all I could think is, I just feel this intense desire to travel. Like, I just want to see the world, and I want to explore, and I just want to do things that I've never done before, and I'm so excited. Like, I feel really excited about it. I feel excited about the possibilities, and that's the thing. Like, I see so much possibility right now that I'm honestly just, I'm impatient anxiously waiting for the future. Don't I look attractive? A lot of people will know that I lived in Carlisle. I'm no longer in Carlisle. I moved just before Christmas. I quit my job, which was not easy because I actually really enjoyed that job. I was a teacher. And you know, I taught performing arts, which is my specialism, it's what I'm trained in, etc, etc. And I was like trying to make my original music work on the side. Speaking of which, Homegrown full-length track is now available, so I will put the link below. Please go and check it out, give it a comment, give it a thumbs up, share it everywhere. Thank you for your support so far. I've got pins and needles in my leg. Long story short, like, I am now a single woman, and there's no beef between me and my ex, but a lot of that was just a case of like wanting different things in life, and he's quite happy to stay where he is, and I am just so excited about life and the future, and I want to be able to explore. And so, you know, unfortunately the relationship ended, and you know, now I've moved back and I'm with family, and you know what, like, my family is like, they are all rock stars. Like, family is family. Like, sometimes you want to punch them in the face, but like, this family has endured so much, like, as individual people, but also like as a unit, and we all support each other as best we can, even though we drive each other crazy, drive each other absolutely insane. I was shaking my powder then, I wasn't like having a rage twitch. But yeah, so like, a lot's gone on, and it just kind of felt like, with everything going on, it felt like the right time to come back and just kind of regroup, have a moment to figure out the next step. And so, like, here I am. I've been back for a few weeks now, and I'm really excited about the future. Like, I think this is one of those times where I say, like, perspective is a beautiful thing, because, you know, when something negative happens, you want to be down, and trust me, I've been a mess. Like, you see me happy and smiling right now. If only you knew. But yeah, like, I've been a bit of a mess, but at the same time, like, I remember when it first happened, I almost felt guilt, because on one hand, it's like, you know, if you're in a relationship for a long time and then it ends, it's really sad. But on the other hand, like, all this stuff was happening. I was getting my citizenship, I was applying for my passport, and I was feeling really optimistic, and I almost felt guilty for being optimistic and being like, oh, but all I see is all these possibilities, and I'm just so excited about the future. And it was just this weird mixture of emotions. So yeah, I guess the next question is, like, how are things gonna change? Like, what's actually gonna change? Yes, I've moved. I want to explore the world. How am I gonna do that? The answer to that is that I'm going to focus full-time on performing. Before, I was teaching and doing my own solo original music in my own time, with my own funds and all that stuff. And now, I guess, it sounds hot, I don't know how to say this and not sound like an absolute douchebag, but now it's a case of, do you know what, I'm single, I don't have kids, I don't have anything tying me to one place. So why not go and audition for tours or cruise ships or whatever, and just make life happen? Like, take advantage of this time while it's here. And I would say that to any young person. I'm like, there is going to come a point in your life where you have a home, or you have kids, or you have stuff that's tying you down, and that life can be great, and it will be great. But I guess I just have an intense desire to feel fulfilled in every stage of my life. And for me, that includes, like, doing everything I could to enjoy uni, and doing everything I could to enjoy sixth form. I've got the worst pins and needles in my leg.
A few moments later. So
yeah, I'm 25 now. I've just turned 25. My birthday was last month on the 25th, on the 21st of December. And yeah, I'm just like, I'm not getting any younger. I'm in my mid-20s now, officially my mid-20s. That is, I feel so old. I know I'm not old, but I feel old. So I'm just like, what's holding me back? Like, yeah, it's scary and so much can happen and going off and traveling on your own or whatever, but you know, I really want to work. I want to get to 30 and feel fulfilled. I want to feel like I did my 20s well. And as I said, I had this intense desire to just discover and explore and see the world, and that's why this year is the year of discovery. It's a year of self-discovery. I feel like becoming a single woman after being in a relationship for so long leaves you, you know, when you get into a relationship, you are literally joining together with somebody else, and you're doing life together, and you almost create this new identity and whatnot. And I guess now it's a case of, well, who am I on my own? You know, I'm not the same person I was when I was 17, 18, 19. So it's like, okay, well, who am I now? Like, what do I care about? What kind of food do I like? What, you know, what are my priorities and my values? Like, what I want out of life and what I want even out of relationships is so different now. But I also acknowledge that there's just so much about life that I don't know. There is so much that I don't know. I think I brought that a bit far forward. That I don't know and that I want to explore and discover. I want to explore different cultures and countries and languages and people and values and religion and beliefs, and just, I'm so curious about things, and I think I feel this desire to, you know, make decisions about who I am as a person, but I can't do that without knowledge, like, and so I want to educate myself by going and doing, not by reading a book, by going and doing and exploring. And so it's a case of, it's kind of a double whammy. If I was fortunate enough to book a cruise ship, which is kind of what I'm hoping will happen, you know, I'll get to travel and I'll get to see different parts of the world, but I'll also get to perform and focus on what I love, and meet new people and discover the world in a way like I haven't before. So I'm really excited about that. The moment I discovered this, I got straight on it. I like booked my headshots, got my headshots done, went and met with a friend about show reels, getting that done this Friday actually. So stuff's happening. Like, I've been making stuff happen from the moment that I realised that this like big change was happening, this big opportunity was coming. So I'm very, very excited. What that means for this channel, what it means is I am going to be doing a lot of travelling over the next couple of months until I book my first job. What I've said to myself is, realistically, I graduated from my dance and musical theatre degree 2 years ago, and then I went and did my teacher training. So I've been out of education in total for like 1.5 years, but I've been out of performing education for about 2.5 years, which is a long time to be out of the game. And so I can't assume that I'm going to walk into an audition and book a job like that. It's just not going to happen. So what I've said to myself is, give it months. Like, give yourself the year. Like, give yourself 8 months to book a job. Like, it's not going to be easy. I'm out of practice when it comes to auditioning. I was never a good auditioner, and now I haven't auditioned in so long that I'm really nervous about auditioning. But I'm excited as well, and the thing is, like, it's not like I can't perform. It's not like I haven't been performing. It's not like I haven't been singing or working on music or anything like that. I'm just terrified about auditioning. I just hate it. But yeah, I'm going to give myself time. Most major auditions tend to happen in places like Manchester and London, so in that sense, that's what I mean by travelling. It's just going to be a lot of trains and a lot of like not actually being in one place, a lot of working on my body, because inevitably I've put on weight. I have no desire to be skinny, like, let me put that out there. Like, I am a black woman, I am a curvy woman, I've always been, and I've always prided myself on focusing on health and being able to perform and do my job well and feel confident and comfortable in my skin. And that is what I place priority on. I just acknowledge the fact that my body, when I was in a dance studio 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, is obviously a lot different to my body now when I've been teaching or sat in an office. And like kind of just making it to the gym for an hour a couple of days a week if I could. So I've got the time now, while I'm auditioning, I'm really working on my fitness. I always say, you know, when people ask me what are my goals when I go to the gym or whatever, my goal is never weight loss, because I think weight loss, in my opinion, is a natural byproduct of exercising. I make my goal like stamina and endurance, you know, being able to do an hour, having the fitness to do an hour-long show every night or 2-hour-long show every night and not like be sweating and dripping and out of breath after the first 4 minutes. So I'm trying to train for stamina and endurance, and I know that while I'm doing that, the pounds will come off and my body will get stronger as a natural byproduct. So yeah, I think I will probably document that in some way. I'm really looking forward to bringing more professionals onto my channel. I want to make more collaborative videos and invite people that I know from the industry who maybe like went straight into performing when we first graduated and have been doing it for a bit longer than me, maybe bringing them on, or bringing on makeup artists and doing, you know, stage makeup for acne sufferers, you know, how to take care of your skin when you're, you know, doing a week-long run or a 6-month-long run of a show. Stuff like that, you know, stage makeup for black people, all that kind of stuff. I want to bring in other professionals and make it more collaborative, bring on more guests, essentially. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Just bringing more practical videos about the industry and my journey and the process and everything I've had to go through, bringing advice from other professionals, not just people that I studied with, but people that I have worked with or will work with. Maybe sharing thoughts based on how my training went in comparison to how things are actually playing out. I've heard a lot of people say, you know, the one thing that I recall that a lot of people have said is auditions are so different to the way they were in uni. That's what I'm nervous about. I feel like I'm going into the unknown. I don't know what it's actually going to be like. So I really want to, on this channel, I have mentioned before, bring in covers, live covers, at least once a week or once every 2 weeks is what I'm thinking. I think that the issue is that when I always had the attitude of start as you mean to go on. So when I was, when I first started uploading original music, I was very young, I was about 17. And it would cost me hundreds of pounds every time I would go in and record. So naturally, as you get older and you get your own place or you move away and you've got bills to pay, like, being able to dish out that amount of money is regularly just becomes less and less, like, realistic. But I'd already started, like, I'd set myself a standard and I was uploading, you know, this particular kind of quality, and so now I get to a point where, like, I just want to upload covers from my bedroom and, you know, matching that based on what I have access to is just not easy. So yeah, long story short, I want to put covers out. I've tried to record some a few times, but it's just the quality. Like, I think I'm just so used to a certain quality that now that I'm just like in a room with a microphone and a laptop, it's kind of hard to match like what I am used to doing. And I think that's just me getting over this need for perfection. Like, I think in my head I kind of want to sell it based on the whole real, raw, unedited, live bedroom cover kind of thing. I don't want it to be edited. I want it to be a way of sharing where I'm at, sharing what I can and can't do, and another way of documenting my progress as well. It's really not for me about, you know, having it all together and being perfect. It's more so about growth and documenting that growth, as I said. So that is going to be coming. Yeah, I just have an intense desire to grow this channel. I really want to hit 500 subs by the end of this year. That would be great for me. Oh my word, slight tangent. I went for my first smear test. I was absolutely terrified. Terrified. First of all, I arrived like 10 minutes early. Then they were running late, so I was there, sat for about 25 minutes in the waiting room on my own, having a chance to psych myself up about it, basically. And then it was over in minutes, seconds. It was nothing. I actually finished and almost cried on the nurse that did it, because I was like, is that it? I was like, I've been bigging this up in my head for so long. I cannot believe that that was it. It was nothing. Girls, get your smear test done. For those of you who don't know, maybe you're like under the age, once you hit 25, you get invited for a cervical cancer screening. I think it's cervical cancer screening. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen somewhere, but yeah, like every few years from when you're 25. So obviously I got invited for my first one. You don't have to do it. They invite you to it. You get a letter, and then, you know, you can book the appointment or you don't. I chose to book mine. I don't really like, I just feel like we live in a country where we have so much great free healthcare. Why would I not? Like, honestly, why would I not take advantage of that service? It's bizarre to me that people don't. Like, I think your health is just something that you should not take for granted, and you should utilise all the tools that you have available to you. Makeup never stays on the side of my eye, so it always looks like I've got something here, but nothing here, and it really stresses me out. I'm just going to finish this up and then I'll be right back. P.S. favourite show right now is The Punisher on Netflix. I've binge watched season 2 in like 2 days, maybe. Obsessed. I'm actually obsessed. John Berthnall, seriously, I have this obsessive thing where, like, once I like an actor or actress or singer, I always go and look at them live or look at interviews just to see what they're like as like a real human. And he's just so different that I'm like, how are you that good an actor and you've flown under the radar for so long? Because I know he was on Walking Dead, but prior to that, like, I hadn't really seen him in anything. Slightly attractive, but he's like 42, married with like 2 kids, so I'll let go of that dream.
5 minutes later.
The colour on this isn't fabulous, is it? But yeah, so that's it. I really like, this camera's questionable because I feel like the colour doesn't show as great as it could. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about absolute poop. Yeah, I hope you're excited for all the change and the growth that's going to come on this channel. I'm really excited about sharing it with you. Yeah. What else is there to say? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the